So, so far we have kind of talked about how the whole planning process works inside a company, right? Like we already discussed what demand planners, supply planners, inventory teams, and the finance people usually do. Now, let's take a look at what tools are actually available in IBP and that helps them to do their jobs. IBP, it's not just a tool; it's more like a full system that helps companies like plan smarter. The main purpose is to give businesses more flexibility. And when a company is flexible, it can quickly adjust when the market shifts. So, yeah, that means faster reaction and fewer issues when something unexpected pops up. So, let's now talk about this first big picture, the scalable planning model. What that means in IBP is you can view demand, supply, and finance plans all kind of linked together. It really helps everyone from the demand folks to finance managers work on the same page. Like, for example, finance is always curious about the revenue, right? That's why they show up at demand review meetings. They might not really care about units sold, but they definitely care about how much money those units are going to bring in. So, while demand planners talk numbers in quantity, the finance team thinks in value, stuff like revenue, profit, etc. Another super useful thing in IBP is what if analysis feature. Like you can play out different situations. What if sales drop, or like what if a supplier is late? You can try out different options and see what might happen before anything actually happens. It's kind of like asking what if things go wrong, or what if we do this instead. It really helps to plan ahead and not get surprised later. Also, collaboration is big part of IBP. The system is kind of built to help people from all departments to work together. Because honestly, in real time, the teams don't always understand what others are going through. Like a supply planner might have no clue what issues the customer service team is dealing with. But when everyone's using the same system, sharing updates, things get way easier. And like mutual respect between teams really grows. IBP helps with that by bridging everyone under one roof. I have different rules like demand planning, supply chain stuff, and warehouse, customer service, etc. Every team got its own strength and challenges. So, working together and having each other's back help the whole company to hit its goal. Now, let's talk about how user friendly IBP is. It connects really easily with Excel. So, planners can just pull the data from IBP and work in Excel. They can make charts, reports, bar graphs, line charts, waterfall charts, whatever helps them explain the numbers better. It makes reporting in meetings way easier, and you don't need to be some tech expert to use it. It's a big plus. One super important feature of IVP is the thing called unified data model. What that means is basically everyone, like demand planners, supply folks, finance people, they're all looking at the same data. So everyone's using one version of the truth. Because, yeah, if one person's working with different numbers, it gets confusing real fast. But when there's just one plan that everyone follows, decisions become clearer and faster. That's what they call the single operating plan. One plan shared by the whole team. IBP also gives us the real time analytics. These are like dashboards and reports that show what's happening right now. And these days, a lot of companies have supply chain analysts. They study the data and smart reports that help them make better calls. Before, you'd mostly find analysts in finance, but now they are showing up in supply chain too. They help track like forecast accuracy, service levels, and stock positions. And with better analytics, companies can save money, make customers happy, and avoid silly mistakes. IBP runs on SAP S4 HANA, which is a really fast in memory database. It processes a lot of data in just seconds So when you want to run a report or check on stuff across teams, you don't have to wait forever. It happens like instantly. This helps you act fast when you need to. One more cool thing in IBP is how it brings demand and supply planning together. Normally, these kinds work separately, but IBP helps them sync up. We can compare what customers are asking for with what the supply chain can actually deliver. So, when there's a gap, like demand's high but supply is low, we can spot it early and fix it. It also helps track action items and shows who's supposed to do what. This all ties back to the main idea of being flexible. The market's always changing. We have got ups and downs, and things rarely go as planned. IBP helps companies stay solid even when things shift fast. Think back to COVID 19. No one saw that coming. Companies had huge inventory ready, but demand just vanished. Warehouses were full of stuff nobody wanted. That tied up cash, and some smaller players got hit really hard. It showed us how badly we need systems that can, adapt first. IBP can stop big global problems, but it can help us respond quicker. If you notice a trend like customers behaving differently or sales getting slowed up, you can act before it turns into a big issue. Even when things are normal, demand's never totally steady. Some months are fine, but others go over all the place. IBP helps you spot these patterns. It also gives you alerts when something's off. So planners can adjust things like forecasts or production. One more thing, planning isn't always about numbers. A lot of insights come from like the sales team, marketing folks, or just talking to customers. These are called qualitative inputs. Maybe a salesperson hears a customer might switch brands, or maybe there's a new product coming soon. These don't always show up in the numbers, but they are still super important. IBP lets us include those insights into the forecast. That way, the forecast feels more real. Basically, the more we talk to customers and teams, the better our forecast gets. And when our forecast is solid, everything else, inventory, supply, sales, just works better. That's what keeps the business strong. Good service, fewer stockouts, more on time delivery. So, yeah, just to wrap it up, IBP gives us a full picture of demand, supply, and finance. Tools to test out different scenarios. It gives us easy Excel connection for fast reporting. IBP provides real time dashboards to track performance. It has one shared plan that everyone follows. It runs on fast data crunching with SAP S4HANA. It provides strong teamwork across departments. It enables flexibility to deal with suppliers. A way to add human insights into the forecast is something which IVP provides. If you use IVP, you will make smarter decisions, fix quicker issues, and keep your team heading in the right direction. It's not really about being perfect, it's about being ready.